Greetings and salutations. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. My name is Eric Moss. I'm a personal trainer, motivational speaker, and a modern-day performing strongman. If you're unfamiliar with what a modern-day performing strongman is, picture the feats of strength shows by some of the strength performers of the past performed by legends like the Mighty Atom and Alexander Zass. They would perform feats of strength as part of a live show. I do a similar thing, but with a modern day twist. Some of the feats of strength that I've performed in front of a live audience include things like bending steel bars, breaking chains with my chest, twisting horseshoes, rolling up frying pans, driving nails through wooden boards by hand, and even holding back a high-performance motorcycle while taking off at full throttle. Now, being a modern-day performing strongman and the fact that there's not a whole lot of us around these days to answer questions, I started a YouTube series called Ask Eric Moss, where I would invite you to ask me a question by dropping it in the comments below, and when you do that, I get back to you with your very own custom video. Pretty cool, right? So, in today's one, I'm going to bang out two questions because one of them is just going to be quick, and I wanted to be able to answer it in a video. And the other one, well, I'll get into a little bit more depth. So the first question comes from @armwrestling26. And they said, could you talk about how to blow up a hot water flask? Thank you for asking that. Unfortunately, it's not something that I really feel comfortable speaking on because I've never actually done it myself. So if I were to attempt to do this, what I would do is I would reach out to someone who has done it before me. And I could ask Todd Jones. If I remember correctly, he had done it. Christina DeVos has done it. But more than what I would do is I would go to the one that taught them. He's actually the one that taught me many of the feats of strength that I perform live. And his name is Hercules Chris Ryder. He is basically my go-to source for anything new because chances are he's done it before. The man lives by laws of physics that don't really apply in this multiverse. Now, if I didn't have him there to guide me, what I would probably do is I would find one that seemed like maybe it would be feasible for me to do. And I don't know if they enable this, but I would blow in, pinch it so it doesn't blow back and inflate my lungs. Blow in, pinch it so until, and just, oh, Russell Jones has also done that. He would be another one that I would reach out to. And I think that that's how it works, but don't quote me on that and don't try it yourself without the proper guidance. And I'm not the one to properly guide you on that. But I thank you for asking. Now, the other question comes from Sam Ippolito 1070. And they said, great content. Thanks. Try arm wrestling. Your tendon strength would translate well. I appreciate that, but I'm not really into arm wrestling. I know that Dennis Rogers had started with an arm wrestling background before performing feats of strength live, but I am about performing the actual art of performing, the show aspect, that and the ability to grab people's attention so that I can impart some of my wisdom and motivation and improve their lives for the better and collect a nice little check at the end of the day too. So the actual question from him is, how would you fit in isometrics into a conjugate system? Would it replace max day? Thank you for asking that. Now, I'll be honest with you. I haven't looked into depth into the conjugate day. To me, it just seems like a system that has a lot of moving parts. And I know that Louis Simmons had done really well with the system. Louis Simmons is was a training genius when he was still alive. And I haven't found a lot of people after Louis Simmons that were able to successfully apply it, at least not without performance enhancement drugs, in which Louis Simmons, I know, had also used them and recommended them to people. It was just part of what they did, and your body responds differently when you're on performance enhancement drugs. Everything that I do is actually all natural, and it's the same thing with my personal training clients. We do everything holistically. Having said that, generally speaking, max effort day would be where you would put the isometrics, because that involves giving it everything you've got, just like a 1 rep max attempt. So I know it's probably not the answer that you were looking for, although it kind of is, but I hope that that answers your question. If anybody else has any questions, if they have any additional questions or need a follow-up or anything like that, drop it in the comments below and I'll try to get back to you with your very own custom video answering your question. But in the meantime, please stay happy, healthy, and strong. Eric Moss, over and out.